I have a temperature. I've got the chills. I've got cup fever. 2 cup games today as we go once again beyond Blue Brazil. Welcome in. Let me catch you up from last time. Since we played, Morton and sadly lost 4-3 in a bit of a back and forth affair. We've done well. It's a new patch. All these results are new patch results, right? What was it going to do to the Brazilian box? Were we going to see less crosses? Were our defenders suddenly going to get tackled every other game? Well, as you can see, things have been kind to us. We've only lost 1 game since the patch has rolled in. We've played a lot of games. We're in League 1 again. We want to push on. Let's get to the end of the season. Let's get to the nail-biting stuff. Let's see how we go along the cups. That's why I bring you 2 cup games today. We will be playing Tennant in the Scottish Cup 3rd round, and we'll be playing Raith Rovers once again, this time in the SPFL Trust Trophy quarterfinals. Now, we have not got a good record against Raith, so brace yourselves. Since the Morton game, we picked up a 1-0 win over Alloa, a 3-0 win over Forfar. Brora Rangers, we beat them in the SPFL Trust Trophy 2nd round. Edinburgh City, a 0-0 draw, very disappointing. And then again, another disappointing draw against Arbroath. That's when I started to worry that we may be starting to see that the set pieces is having an impact. We've been quite a heavy set piece team due to our good delivery, our big lads, and maybe we're starting to see less effectiveness from those situations, corners, free kicks, etc. Queen's Park we beat 2-0, which was a very nice surprise as they were flying high at the time. Clyde, a 0-0 draw. Again, sort of like we go back and forth between when we don't look like we're controlling the game, we're winning the game, and then when we're controlling the game, we are drawing, or even worse, losing the game, as it was against Kelty Hearts. I've skipped the Elgin City game. Elgin City, we beat them in the 3rd round of the SPFL Trust Trophy. Again, decided not to come back for those games because we should be good enough to get further into this cup now, and we've played Elgin City basically every season, so we even played them earlier this season. Cove Rangers, a 2-2 draw, I believe. Yeah, we were 2-1 up, which kind of disappointing. Forfar, we beat 3-0. Forfar are starting to become our whipping boys. Like, we seem to be quite good against Forfar, which is good. A 1-1 draw against Morton. We avoided defeat. We could count that as a moral victory. Alloa, we beat 2-0. Butterfield and Mahadi. Mahadi, by the way, went on a real long time without really getting many goals. He's gone on these little 4 or 5 game bursts of like no goals, which is quite concerning. And then we just beat Edinburgh City in a very nervy affair. We went 1-0 up and basically sort of held on. So we've got the 2 cup games coming up. I'm still looking for players. I've currently got a bid in for Keenan Patton, and although he's not fully scouted, I just think a little upgrade, 22-year-old Welsh lad, bring him into midfield. That would be something we'd like to see, as we're still a bit light in general. Like we've got money in the bank. We just can't seem to get it spent. You know, we've got a couple of thousand, not much of a transfer budget left over. I might start asking about increasing our junior coaching, even though, you know, we're not going to bother. Yeah, we need something to work in the Scottish Cup. We need a trip to Celtic Park or Ibrox. Can't believe I see that as a good thing. I think for this game against Tennant, although we are favoured, and I don't really know who they are, and I'm probably mispronouncing their name, I'm not wanting to risk the Scottish Cup. That's where we're going to make money. So I think we go with a fairly strong first 11. Now, Gilchrist and O'Carrigan have to play centre-backs. We're going to keep Dennis in goal, McHattie on the left, Mullins going to play right wing back, Chalmers as the DLP, Clark stays in the defensive midfield defender role, Butterfield likewise in centre midfield attack. We're going to go Doug Leash as the box-to-box midfielder for this one, Luke Mahadi and Oliver up top, because I just cannot trust Harker or McRae. I just don't think they're good enough. Semple will drop off of the bench and we'll put on Andy McDonald. Aside from that, I think that is what we're going to go with. Enter the game balance, we may have to mix it up. We should be favourites, but I think keeping... you know, everyone's been going on recently about how important cohesion is in a team, and I feel like making 10 changes for a game we should be able to win is like almost teasing the match engine. I think we would get punished, so that's kind of why I've made the choice to go quite strong. But I do not know. I was gonna change out basically the whole 11. I've changed out, you know, a couple of positions, box midfielder, the wing backs, etc. But more than that, and we're just asking for trouble. As we, it's a good goal. Luke Butterfield lays it in bottom corner. It's set up by Doug Leash. Mahadi drags the ball all forward, out on the left, pulls it back. He's got no support. Oliver's not going to break a neck to get up there. Pulls back. Doug Leash, nice little pass inside, and Butterfield again, left foot strokes it in bottom corner. Really nice from Doug Leash there. And Butterfield for the finish. Right, launches it forward. Doug Leash with a good header. Oliver now picks up, holds it, goes back to Clark. Chalmers pops it forward. Is Mullen going to get there? Nice touch. Pulls it back for Oliver. To Butterfield. Back to Mullen. Mullen whips this in far side. Mahadi actually runs, gets it, pulls it across Butterfield. And it is the second of the game. Butterfield finishes bottom right corner this time. Butterfield, and I stress this, has been one of our better players. He also fell out with me. Wasn't happy with I think I hadn't strengthened the coaching staff or was playing him in the wrong position or something like that. Some sort of promise broken. We've quashed it. We're pals again. We want to keep him here. I think he's one of the players that could help us get to the championship and hopefully one day be championship quality. I think he's very good. He's still very young. Whipped in from McHattie. Chalmers now. Butterfield. He's on a hat-trick already, by the way. Out to Mullen. Pulls it back in for Oliver. Plays it back outside for Mullen. Butterfield. That's a penalty. That is a pen. I think Butterfield will take it. He's on a hat-trick. This could kill the game right here. Oh, it's sublime. It's beautiful. So, Butterfield with a hat-trick. Now we start thinking, half-time, do we switch out some players and make sure we got another cup game after this, and it's going to be a tougher one. We can leave the like of Doug Leash on. Butterfield definitely comes off at half-time. He has done his bit for the day. I got to decide who's going to play O'Connor or Gilchrist with Semple in the next game. I think it'll be Gilchrist. I think we maybe take him off at half-time as well. Mullen takes it down. Plays it forward to Butterfield. Forward to Oliver. Cuts it back inside Butterfield. Mullen again. Backside Clark. Oliver. I like Oliver as the deep line forward. But he does come so deep. It's in the name. But at times he is sitting in there more as a midfielder. He links up really well with the right hand side as he plays the ball out to Mullen again. Inside, this time Butterfield. Clark. Oliver. Doug Leash. Back to Oliver. Mahadi. Mahadi's going to take a shot. It's beautiful. It's well worked. We kept the ball well. Lots of link up with Oliver there involved. Mahadi then, from distance, decides to take a pop. And we're 4-0 up at half time. This is where we start thinking like, oh, you should have rotated 10 of those players like you thought. Oh, we'll never know, will we? Right, I'm going to make 2 changes. We're going to take a Butterfield off. We're going to put on... Oh boy. Oh, what are we going to put on? Grant Gillespie. Gilchrist is going to come off. And we're going to play Andy McDonald. We just got to get through the second half. Nae frills, nae spills. Just get the job done, boys. Mullen whips it. Oliver goes up. Doesn't manage to win the header. Chalmers. Now, a big sad point of contention is Mullen feels he's done everything he can at the club. He wants a new challenge. I don't want to see him leave. The plan is to try and convince him to stay. So, we shall see. But not fun when that happens. When there's a player that he's still getting games. He's still getting minutes. We need him. McHattie whips this one across. Goes all the way through Gillespie. He'll maybe lay this one off for Mullen. He does. Mullen, first time Mahadi, glancing header. He's offside. Disappoint. Really good ball. Peels off the last man there. And it's a really easy finish. But he is a couple of yards offside, if we're being honest. I think Mahadi's going to have to come off as well. We'll throw on Colin Laidlaw, the loan from St Johnstone. Knox takes a shot. Dennis with a big strong right hand stops it dead, and we get clear. That's their first real attacking intent we've seen from them. McCartney, Doherty now. Lifts it across McDowell. It's another good stop by the keeper on what looked like it was going to be a bit of a tap-in. I am thinking about the next game, and I'm thinking we just bring the intensity down just a little bit for the rest of this game. We could just coast through it. Scottish Cup, right? 10 minutes to go, 4-0 up. Tick. It's a good place to be in. I think we're through the fourth round. Hopefully we draw either one of the really big boys or we get another easy tie. I'll take a couple more, lower league oppositions if we can play similar to this. Would be fine. Otherwise, Ibrox or Celtic Park, please. Dalglish, he pings one. Oh, Fry saves it but can't hold on to it. It rolls out for a corner. Right, second half wasn't nearly as good as the first, but we'll keep the morale up. Nice job. We move on, and it's another cup game next. 6.5k, not bad. I mean, literally any money into the club right now is really good. Barfield's younger than I thought he was. He's 20. I thought he was 22. Yeah, this guy's going to be really important for us, and making sure we develop him is going to be key. Now, I actually want him to get forward whenever possible. There we go. Now we're cooking. Quarterfinal SPFL Trust Trophy. We have been beyond this point. Wait, have we? So we were at the quarterfinal before and we lost to Rafe. 68th minute winner from them. The team looks a little different now, doesn't it? Fraser Mullen's still there. Kane O'Connor, Kyle Semple's still there. Campbell Notley's still at the club, as is Kyle Hutton. The rest are not around. Ryan Blair's still around as well, but wow, that was season 1. We had a great run season 1. Last year, obviously disappointing. We went out to Airdrie, so we want to win this. We really want to win this. Peter Parker signed a new deal. Still don't have any of those sort of like next level new gens coming through. What a surprise. Need to probably put a bit more money in the club. I see Celtic there, but I would equally take Cali Braves. Pause for dramatic effect. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. That's the worst possible draw for us. That is both the teams we wanted right there. I kind of thought we'd get Elgin City. We've got St Mirren. Come on. St Mirren. Have we played St Mirren before? No. I was kind of hoping it was one of the teams who actually beaten the Betfred. Right, Andy McDonald wants out. I'd be happy for him to leave. I'd like to get some money for him, but equally, let's just get his wages off the bill as early as possible. If someone comes in with £0 bid, I might accept it. 1.5k, 1.6, 1.4, 1.6. Hell yeah, that's fine. I will bite your hand off for that, to be honest. What's happened to Edinburgh City? Whoa, we're getting a new contract. I'm happy with that. Give me a 3-year contract. 2-year, fine. Get Andy McDonald out. Get me a new contract. Oliver taken ill right before the Rafe game. Man, that's not good. I would, if I had to paint a picture, that's bad. Doug Leash developing concerns. He wants a new contract. Doug, my boy, you may have a new contract. What? Okay, I'm glad we were able to ease any tension there. We are favourites against Rafe. That surprises me. If we can get past Rafe, there's no reason we can't win this whole thing. Keenan Payton is going to join. I'm going in kind of blind on this guy. I'm going to accept it. It's a reasonable sum of money a week. for what looks like a talented young man. Yes. Oh, yes. He can play deep line playmaker as well, so we might maybe even move him over to... we might even convert him to a defensive midfielder. Good long shots, good passing. I mean, yes, tries long range passing. Maybe a deep line playmaker and a defensive mid is the right role for him. Can play box to box as well, which is nice. That's my gut feeling, is we want him to be able to play a little bit deeper. Ask O'Connor to introduce him to the team. Jeff King is looking like he'll be fit for this game. Right, we got injuries and suspensions to deal with, but let's put the first 11 in and see what we're dealing with. Harrison Clark needs a rest, but he would be their best player to play at defensive midfield for this game. With Gary Oliver out and Luke Mahadi ineligible. I forgot about that. I think I'm going to go Colin as the advanced forward running behind, and McRae as the deep line forward. Patton comes in to play box-to-box midfielder. The sooner those two can link up and play well together, the better. Oh, it's very tough. You know what I'm actually going to do with Doug Leash? I'm going to actually start developing him as well to play defensive midfield. Defend. He's got to get forward whenever possible, and so that counteracts it, but I'm going to try and get him I want him to learn a deeper role as well. So this is the lineup. Dennis in goal, McHattie on the left, King on the right, Semple and Gilchrist are back to Chalmers and Clark as the defensive midfield duo. Butterfield and Patton comes in for his debut. Laidlaw and McRae up top, because I don't trust Harker. He just hasn't been that good for us. I know I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go Harker. I'm praying. I am praying that he can prove me wrong. The Luke Mahadi, the fact that he's missing, that has scared me. I completely forgot. That could be a big thing in this game. If we can't score, it's because our top marksman isn't around. And again, we have struggled. Obviously, we're also missing Oliver, but we have struggled against Rafe in the past to get goals, and that seems to be a big part of it. Praying for an absolute goal fest now. From us. Touch wood. From us. Rafe have lost 3 of the last 5. Let's take advantage of this. Rafe coming in this bad form. We are in okay form. Pretty good form, I would say. But we'll see. Rafe start off with the ball. Rosa coming forward. Forcing back Spencer. Look at the space for Matthews. It's ridiculous. Any space at all gets completely... I don't get it. I do not get it. Space in front of the goal. When the CPU sees that, it just puts it in the back of the net. It does not matter. It makes no sense. We're 2-0 down here. How can we go into this game as the favourites, even slightly, and just completely wilt straight away? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, the first goal, what are we meant to do to stop that? He absolutely smashes it because we haven't closed him down within an inch of his life. Fantastic. We haven't had the ball. 36% possession is awful for any team. Not sure what I expected going in this game, but it absolutely wasn't this. It wasn't to just bend over for them. Really disappointed. Again, at the quarterfinal, we're so close to a semi-final, and we're just just show up. I mean, what am I meant to do? What is that? Like, why? How can we be so high in League One? We are currently 3rd, I think. How can we be doing well in League One and then we get turned over by one of the worst teams in the Championship so easily? Like, it's not even close. We've done nothing. It took us till half time to do anything. Even though we are missing our 2 strikers, we're missing Luke and we're missing Oliver. This is not acceptable. It's the same thing again. How much space is he in? How can that be onside? How is that ball onside? Who's playing him onside? Who's he in line with there? Oh, come on. I'm so unhappy. It is unreal. Is that my new player with an injury? You've got to be kidding me. He's had an absolute horrid game as well. But he's not had the ball. That's a good ball Harker from him. Get a consolation goal, maybe? Butterfield turns it in. Late in the game, consolation 4-1. Yippee. McCray and Harker, I could sell them both. I could sell them both in January, and I don't think we'd miss them or notice they were gone. I'm going to throw on Doug Leash as a defensive mid because, well, doesn't make a bloody difference. I cannot stand... Right, we are at this odd point where we are still lacking in League One quality players, yet in League One we're doing quite well. I don't know how to... I don't know what to do. Don't know how to get a second consolation. Right, well, we'll throw ourselves in attacking, but only because... Why not? It's very hard to take any positives from that game. So guess what? We don't. That was awful. Failure at the quarterfinals again. I get so excited to come and play the cup games when we get to this stage, and then the game slaps me. Out 2 to 3 weeks. We just signed him. Jeff King's out. It's really not worth the stress. I forgot to show this earlier. So as I said, as I've just complained, we're not doing terrible in the league. We are 2 points off top, 15 games in. As I said, Queen's Park, we're flying high. We're actually one of the teams to beat them so far. Arbroath are just ahead of us as well. They're doing well not to draw any games. We've drawn 6 games. We've lost 2. Kelly Hart's annoying, and Morton. Edinburgh City are having a terrible season. I have no idea what happened to Edinburgh City from last season to this season. Looks like they might go down. We need to make sure we pick up all the points possible against them. Simon Murray having a hell of a season for Queen's Park. He's on £1,100 per week. We cannot afford that. We are not even close to paying that money right now. I think what we'll do, we'll play some games. We will play some games and we will return. I think we'll maybe return for Arbroath and the St Mirren game, the Scottish Cup 4th round, because I just can't get enough of playing these cup games. Hopefully by then, it'll be late January, right? So, yeah, that's what I'll do. We'll come back and hopefully we'll have done some dealings. I'm gonna try and... I think we've got to be a bit ruthless, and that's what we're going to try and do. Thank you for joining me. If you're new to the series, go back to the start. There's like over 20 episodes now. Hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. Some comments as well. It helps the algorithm get more eyes on this. I do appreciate the support and everything I do here on YouTube and over at Twitch, which I don't mention enough. You can find me twitch.com/HunkleberryFinn. Maybe I'll see you there on a Sunday morning or a Monday evening or a Wednesday evening or a Friday evening. Join me next time when we once again go beyond Blue Brazil. I'm a sad man. Oh, I'm a sad man. 4-2. Horrible.